Commonwealth. Every investment is a down payment on our future. When you're helping making it a little bit easier for moms and dads and caregivers to go pick up their kids, for workers to get to the hospital to save lives, for people who are trying their best to make ends meet and create something in the city, our artists community. Every investment in public transit makes our future a little more reachable for each and every one of us. It allows people to go and spend money in our neighborhoods, to support our local restaurants and businesses and get them back on their feet again. People ask me sometimes, what do we do coming out of the pandemic? There's still so much stress. You're still seeing the impacts all around us. It's pretty simple, actually, what we need to do to make sure Boston is the strongest, most competitive, healthiest city coming out of this pandemic. One, we need housing so that everyone has a home in our city that they can afford. And two, we need everyone to have the freedom to move around this city. This is critical, this moment that we are standing in right now. It is make or break as we're looking at whether the jobs stay here, whether our residents can afford to stay here, whether we build that city and community we know is our greatest potential. This is a moment to really come together and recognize we know what works. We've seen what happens when we take down barriers for our residents to get to where they need to go. The 28 bus is now one of the highest ridership bus lines anywhere in the system. I have heard countless stories from young people leaving home in Mattapan to get to school at Roxbury Community College, now no longer having to worry about asking mom for that change just so they could get to class one more day this week. Now able to take any job opportunity, any internship they can find because they can get there. They have the freedom to move around. I've heard stories of small business owners who've said being along this route with free, accessible, affordable fares has meant people are coming in like never before. And I'm thinking about expanding now. We know that every step towards this vision of public transit being a public good is an investment in our future. It's an investment in our community. And it's also a testament and a reminder of the legacy that we stand on, of what generations before us have built right here in the city. Look at where we are now. We're standing in the oldest public park anywhere in the country. A radical idea when people decided, let's stop fighting each other for where cattle can graze. Let's stop making it so that only those who could afford to buy the land could benefit from fresh air and green space. Let's make it available and affordable to everyone. We're standing on top of the oldest subway tunnel anywhere in the country. A major innovation and investment in our shared public health when they built that steam electric train to make sure people could get where they needed to go. You take this train a couple stops down, you can get to the oldest public library anywhere in the country. Imagine trying to start up a library today. Don't worry, no one has to pay, everyone benefits. You go in, you take what you need, just promise to bring it back. That is the shared intellectual history, the shared culture, the shared commitment to teaching and including everyone in our society that we have created at the Boston Public Library with our investment in our future. Public transportation is a public good. It reflects each and every one of us, and it reflects all of those who are still yet to come. We have done this before. We've seen our legislators move this forward at the state level. We are watching our federal partners and champions take this on at the federal level. Thank you, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley. Thank you, Senator Ed Markey, for filing legislation to make sure that we can continue this momentum. And we're seeing it work right here in the streets of Boston. So let's keep it going. We're going to keep coming. We're going to keep this coalition together. And I'm so honored and blessed to stand with you all. Thank you.